Hello. Today it's a no. I did not do that thing today. I didn't write like I wanted to. Because after I got home from work today, I watched a few episodes of Reacher because season 3 has come out and I'm watching that. And then I just kind of sat back and let the YouTube shorts take me. I felt very empty today. Usually my mind is racing. All sorts of ideas, new and old. But today, it was weird. It was strangely blank. I didn't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if I should have taken advantage of this and maybe pushed towards focusing on my writing and maybe the lack of voices would allow me to focus more wholly on one thing at a time. And that's an idea, but since I didn't do that, I might never know if that would work. Or be even remotely close to what was actually happening. I don't know. Best I can do is speculate. Tomorrow, I have a late shift, so if I want to get anything done, I have to do it earlier in the day. But it's worth noting that on days that I have late shifts, I tend to sleep and laze around for my first part of the day and then take an extra long amount of time just kind of relaxedly getting ready, like, getting out of bed, going to the restroom, taking a shower, eating breakfast/lunch at that point. And just kind of snacking and lounging. It's kind of a sort of mental brain sort of rest so that when work does come around, I'll be thinking all that much more clearly. And I never really have that in mind. It's just kind of what happens, I take it slow, time withers away, suddenly it's time to go to work, and I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so to speak. But that's why I tend to like my night shifts more, because I'm not so groggy. I'm not still half asleep during night shifts. I've had the whole day to get wide awake, and that's usually how I get. So with that in mind, I have noticed another thing about what happens when I try to accomplish my fulfillment for the day. And that is that usually I wait forever until there's like maybe 1, maybe 2 hours or 10 minutes left in my time that I've allocated for myself before I should get to bed. And that's when suddenly, if I end up doing it, I will do it, and I will have had hours to do it beforehand, and then I'll get on in the last few minutes or last hour or two in the day and finally begin to accomplish that which I should have set out to do so much earlier. I want to change that. I want to make it my habit to have an idea on what I want to get done in a day, or what I want to work on in a day. And whatever that thing is, be it writing or making a video or drawing or something, whenever I get the chance, be it in the first 10 minutes after I get up on later work days, or as soon as I get back from work, after I've taken care of the things that I need to do immediately when I get back from work. It should be part of my immediate parts of the day when I get like the beginning of my true off time. So I did start trying this a little while ago, where I'd get right out of bed and do 10 minutes of writing no matter what. And that was good. It worked when I did it, and it did help me kind of have it on my mind throughout the day a little bit better. Probably would have helped me a lot today, because I was very blank when I get back from work. But yeah. I think that's a good idea. I think I should begin anew. Try that again. Be it right when I get out of bed or right when I get back from work. Maybe both, so that I can have it set in my mind that this is something I've begun, that this is something I'm doing, and it's something that I need to get back to as fast as I can, even if I do get distracted by something else. So that way, that little ringing, that little sense, the little shadow of a thought that pulls at me because I started something that I need to finish in a day, in a week, in a month. Any project that I begin that I avoid senselessly has that much more of a grip on me at any given moment that no distraction is enough to completely tear me away from it. So maybe this is another step towards the right answer. Because before, I'm noticing that it's not a lot different from what I tried before. When right as I got out of bed, I'd do 10 minutes, and then that would help me push towards it. Anytime from then on in a day, but instead of just when I get out of bed, it's going to be when I get back from work or when I finish a task. My first go-to activity after doing anything is going to be 10 minutes of writing, or whatever it is I have as my thing to do in that day. I'm just going to try it for a few days at first, starting tomorrow, and then maybe if I get a hold of that strategy, that habit, then I will start scribbling on my calendar again that I got for myself, so that I could kind of enforce that upon myself, enforce like each task, because that's a good the schedule thing, so that I'd be able to start consistently working on videos again, and consistently writing, period, and maybe even consistently practicing drawing, just to start with the 10 minutes, and then see where the 10 minutes takes me. But that's what I've been reflecting on today. even though I've been feeling empty. There's never really not something in my head. So that's what I'm going to try to do tomorrow. Instead of it just being a starter to my day, it's going to be a starter to anything I do after I complete any task, after I finish any activity. That's going to be the very next thing I do. I need to focus on making it a habit of being the very next thing I do after any other given thing. Unless, of course, anything I'm doing demands that I transition right to another thing, like a chore, like emptying and loading a dishwasher or something of that nature. I suspect this will be a more difficult sort of strategy or technique to pull away from once I get started in it, because it'll always be there. I'm trying to fight that distractive sense within me. This video is already pretty long, so you got my today, you got my tomorrow. It's time for Siren. There's the buddy, relaxing. You know, as soon as everybody goes to bed, he knows it's his time to go to bed, and this is his bed. I tried giving him a real bed, like a real dog bed. You know, a little fuzzy thing with like, you know, it was all cushiony and stuff. And naturally being a husky and all, he chewed it up. We still have most of it, but he was chewing on it earlier today, though. So I can say with some authority that he does prefer just the floor of his kennel. And that's alright. Dogs are soft. They can handle hard surfaces. They usually sleep on hard surfaces. Many of them do like their soft bed, but he likes his hard surface kennel. And luckily, he knows when it's time for bed, because once everybody else goes to bed and the house quiets down, he climbs right up the stairs and walks into his kennel and lays down. I shut it behind him, of course. Yeah, he's still a puppy, and he'll still chew on things that he's very much not supposed to, and he'll still try to eat things that could be very bad for him if he gets a hold of them, like silica packets. Those little packets in packages and foodstuffs that say "do not eat, do not swallow." That stuff is very bad for you, because it's like, you know, it's meant to keep food a certain way, and if it's in your stomach, it'll keep your stomach a certain way, which is very harmful to your stomach or wherever it ends up. Which is why it's explicit, do not eat. Anyways, I'm tangenting. That's everything. Please like, comment, subscribe. Share with me your thoughts. Share me with your friends. I haven't looked at my subscriber count today. I suspect it's still 95 or around that count. But we are approaching 100, and that excites me. I look forward to see how far I can go with my tactics for getting over what might be ADHD or something else neurological or the like. I don't know. I can't think of a transitionary statement. Good night.